some women are not giving food to these men? By the way, they pose that they are the ones looking for food. So if they will be at their own will, either to serve the men or not, go find out.
Similarly, Jane Francis Amongi Nakili, the resident city commissioner for Gulu City, calls for mindset change, most especially amongst men, in relation to women empowerment.
The reason we should bring men on board is for them to know that this creature has come to help them. Let them work with them. When we empower women, the men get scared. That is why at whatever level, when a woman becomes powerful, the man wants to show his power with a beating. He wants to show his power with the strength. Let's talk to our boys. That time has gone. Those days are gone when it was only the man putting food on the table. When a woman brings food on the table, eat, because that is where we are now going.
Right Honorable Ismail Tuku, the Prime Minister of Lubara Cultural Institution, appeals for mindset change and trust by the society to ensure equal opportunities for both men and the women.
Today you will realize that we have women who are masons, building houses, women who are doing electrical engineering. They climb these poles to fix wires and so on. So this is only an indication that women can be helpful to our work, and they are indeed our partners in development. The
GEAR project is expected to be implemented in across all the divisions of Gulu City, Central Division of Arua City, and Omugo Sub-County in Terego District, where a number of young girls and women will be empowered socially and financially. Farish Majid, West Nile TV, Nalka.
During a Thanksgiving ceremony organized by Lower Madi Member of Parliament, Honorable Ronald Afidra Olema, on the 9th of August 2024 at Arigoro Primary School playgrounds, leaders in Madiokolo district have been called to advocate for unity and peace, as this will foster development in Madiokolo district. Take a look.
Leaders in Madokolo district have been called to advocate for unity and peace, as this will foster development in Madokolo district. The call was made by Right Reverend Collins Andakum, the Bishop of Madi and West Nile Diocese, during Thanksgiving ceremony organized by Lower Madi Member of Parliament, Honorable Ronald Afidra Olema, held on Friday 9th August 2024 at Ajagoro Primary School playground, Rhino Camp Town Council. During his homily during the Thanksgiving service, Right Reverend Collins Andako noted that many leaders in Madokolo district are still divided after 2021 general elections. Therefore, the bishop condemned acts of violence during election campaigns.
Because violence over violence, threatening life of people to the point of death, character assassination and insults continuously. The bad roads in the campaigns could have halted him not to pass. But because God was on his side, he passed. Because God wanted it that way. And the Bible says, give thanks to God in all circumstances, whether bad or good.
Honorable Ronald Afidra Olema, the Member of Parliament for Lower Madi County, used the occasion to forgive everyone he faulted during 2021 general election and promised to work together with the people of Lower Madi constituency.
All completed, and the victory by the people was ushered to me. It has been a remarkable and historic victory for the party, that is NRM, and I have no doubt at all as to what this means to me. This is the time for us to work together and unite.
However, Honorable Ismail Drabe, Chairperson LC5 Madokolo District, urged government to elevate Rhino Camp Health Center 4 to a district hospital status, as the facility is overwhelmed by the number of patients in the district.
As a district, we only have one district health center 4, which is Rhino Camp Health Center 4, which is just here where you will be going after this function. As a district, We don't have a representative population that will allow us to ask for a general hospital for this district. But when you look at the parameters, the conditions under which we operate in this health center for, the guest of honor, we really deserve to get a general hospital.
Meanwhile, Honorable Osakai Opolot, the State Minister for Energy, who represented Right Honorable Speaker Annette Anita Monk, as the chief guest, conveyed apology of the Speaker and thanked the people of Lower Mado County for loving the ruling government.
My people of Madiokolo, please hold government programs right from your heart.
The Thanksgiving ceremony was graced by honorable members of parliament for Greater Madi and Arua district, religious leaders, civil servants, among others. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
During the National Drug Authority enforcement operations in the West Nile region, over 50 outlets have been closed in which over 150 boxes of assorted drugs were impounded worth 40 million shillings. Oracle Benson Pastore reports.
During National Drug Authority enforcement operation in West Nile region, over 50 outlets have been closed in which over 150 boxes of assorted drugs were impounded by the team of operation, which is worth 40 million. The operation is basically on assorted drugs, outlets operating without license, drugs imported from neighboring countries such as DRC and South Sudan, outlets operating in minimum standard premises. The 5 days operation covered districts of Koboko, Maracha, Obongi, Yumbe and lastly Arua district, in which illegal cases were rampant in Koboko and Obongi. Dr. Umurambe Emmanuel, Regional Inspector of Drugs for West Nile region, highlighted the public on the dangers of illegal operating in selling of drugs.
If you have a drug shops which you have not licensed, which means we cannot go to you to provide even support supervision. During support supervision, we discuss many things which you should do right, and we identify the wrong things you are doing. Now, if somebody is not licensed, it means this person is doing wrong things. He is even selling expired drugs, he is giving wrong dosage, he is not giving correct information to patients, so it is a risk. He is even selling smuggled drugs. We cannot go there to identify this because this person has not been licensed. We go there only to enforce. So those are the dangers of not licensing.
Dr. Makumbi Tom, Senior Inspector of Drugs, National Drug Authority, said there is a reduction in the number of illegal activities in this financial year compared to last financial year, and further highlighted the public with the level of punishment depending on the crimes.
We have about 59 outlets. It means that from the previous financial year we are seeing a reduction of more than, I think, 50%, almost 50% reduction in the number of illegal outlets. In case you are a qualified person, but you are found operating without a license and you are prosecuted in the courts of law, you will pay 1 million Uganda shillings as a fine, or serve 5 years in prison, or both. Again, you can do both. I've talked about the government of Uganda drugs here. These items you see here have been retrieved from the private sector. They belong in the public sector. The taxes you pay have already paid for these drugs, and they're supposed to be given to the public free of cost. If you are convicted of a crime of unlawful possession of government stores, you will serve 7 years in prison. If the magistrate is in a bad mood, you will serve all the 7 years if you are found with these items. So those are the different avenues. But as I said, these are compliance operations. Ours is not to punish the operator, but to ensure the operator comes on board.
Joyce Obite, a concerned consumer in Marsa district, said operating illegally can at times make these health personnel to sell expired drugs, which at the end affects the health of the consumers, and urges the health personnel dealing in the sale of drugs to acquire license.
I'm called Joyce Obutregama. My village is of Ujo A. What you are carrying is good because you also want to save people's lives. Me, I feel that selling outdated or expired drugs is not good because one may even get infected when one takes such amount of drugs. And they should also know their certificate, that the certificates of qualification must also be there.
Muzamil Kemis, an illegal operator, thanked the National Drug Authority for the enforcement operation and advises his colleagues to acquire a license because it's not fair when you are not known by the overall body.
I want to thank the government of Uganda and then the Department of National Drug Authority for ensuring the service offered to the community should be commensurate with the law. I want to advise my colleagues, they should not run away, they should not fear to go to India because their services are as considered by the legislators and they are within pocket friendly. It is not proper to deal with the drugs when you are not known by the overall national supervisor in charge of drugs.
National Drug Authority is government-owned organization in Uganda mandated to regulate drugs in the country, including their manufacture, importation, distribution, and licensing, and all these are done to save people's lives. Oraku Benson Pastore, West Nile Television Nilecast.
Learners in Mani Bay Public Senior Secondary School have continued to embrace patriotism in their co-curricular activities. Rako Benson Pastore reports.
Because of the love, loyalty, discipline and sacrifice exhibited by patriots, learners in Mani Bay Public Senior Secondary School continues to impress the co-curricular activity. This is as a result of the numerous number of learners who have turned up to join the patriotism world and practical practicing it with much pleasure. Danny Patrick, patron of Patriotic Club in Mani Bay Public Senior Secondary School, highlights the general public with the reasons as to why they have formed the club and how it is of help to the general public.
Patriotism is actually about the love you have for yourself, your country, your neighbor, and the environment that you have in your vicinity. The core values of this training is, one, to instill value in these students so that they can love themselves, they can love their country, they can love their school, and to avoid the cases of crimes and the other criminal cases that exist in various schools. Two, we want to instill the spirit of religiousness, to participate in protecting the country. You realize if you look around the borders of Uganda, we have insecurity cases existing everywhere. Through patriotism, where these learners are taught about love for their country, love for themselves, love for their neighbors, we aim to solve such cases from the school level, community level, up to the national level. That's the basic reason why we're having these patriotism trainings in various schools.
Guzu Isaac, a teacher at the co-patron at the school, narrates how patriotism can transform people and urges youth to join the club.
Join this club, you will see the love for yourself, the love for your neighbor, the love for the country, and also the discipline. Once you're in the patriotism club, the discipline in you is actually extreme. You just be responsible and you think critically and objectively. So for those youths who are outside there, please, I urge all of them to join this club.
Agaba Derek, one of the patriots in Mani Bay Public Senior Secondary School, similarly said since he joined the club, it has transformed him and urges people to eliminate the negative perceptions about the club.
I had no interest of joining it, but the time when I joined it, I found many things in it. I learned discipline, even up to now, I'm still disciplined. But my parents always think that whenever I join such kind of things, I'll become disturbed, I'll begin to disturb them. But I tell you, my people, there's nothing like that. Even currently me here, I'm more disciplined than when I came to school here. So my dear people outside there, please, I request you to join.
The term patriotism comes from Greek word patriots, which means fellow countryman, and in Uganda it was started by His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda in 1986, and in Arua City over 30 schools are practicing it, and its main objectives are to be lively, disciplined, and loyal. Oraku Benson Pastore, West Nile Television Nilecast.
And that marks the end of the Nilecast only on West Nile Television. Thank you, viewers, for always taking the time to be with us from the beginning of the Nilecast to the end of the Nilecast only on West Nile Television. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. We'll be having the weekly news roundup on Sunday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. With that, I want to wish you a good evening.